Hello everyone, and thank you for stopping by my channel. This is my debut video for all of you. My channel is Awakened Healings with Jess. I am Jess, so nice to meet everybody. My intent is to bring you weekly energy reports for healing and up-leveling, and hopefully bring you messages of inspiration, positivity. My intent is for all of us to come together and create a sense of community, help spread the love, help spread the positivity, and just lift each other up. It's a crazy world that we live in, a lot of political and social upheaval out there, and we've got a lot on our minds, a lot going on in our lives. It can create a lot of frenzied energy and really stress someone out. So thank you for stopping by. I'm hoping that all of you enjoy the messages that I bring to you through the spirit. But yeah, my intent is to create positivity and create community and create a supportive group so that we can all come together every week and just, check in. Let me know how your week is going. Let me know how any of these messages have resonated with you. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So what I will be doing is I will be providing you with, like I said, a weekly energy report. I do not use the tarot deck. I do not use a traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. I prefer to work with Oracle. And today I will be working with approximately 4 decks. My first one is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I will also be using the Untamed Oracle cards. I'm really excited to use these. I just recently got these in, so I'm excited. This is a cool deck by a wonderful artist out in New Mexico named Rachel Caringula. Gosh, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm so sorry if I butchered it, but I will definitely post all the ordering details down below. I will also be providing some information from Nature's Whispers. And then I will also be doing a love energy report for the divine feminine and masculines with the beautiful deck, the Pure Love deck from Free Spirit. Again, I will place all contact information if any of you are interested in ordering some of these decks for your own. They are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so let's get started. Right now that we are in early March just started for us, and this is an interesting time because we will be having a new moon in Pisces on Tuesday, the 6th of March. And this is going to be a great new moon. I love new moons because it is a time to end old cycles and begin something anew. So if you have a project that you're thinking about doing, now's the time to do that. If you want to start a new habit, a new program, maybe a new fitness regimen, maybe a new relationship, new partnerships, this is a great time to set those plans and intentions into motion. New moon cycles are great for that. Also, new moons also signify the ending of old cycles. So many of us have done a lot of purging, beginning with January, the January supermoon. Many of us set a lot of our goals and intentions for 2019. Now's the time to start acting on those goals and intentions. I feel like many of us since January have been thinking about what we want and getting really clear with our intentions and making a request to the higher spirit. But now is March. March is the time to really start taking action on those goals and intentions and start taking action. We can't just sit back and say, you know what, I've been thinking about that, and I've been, putting a lot of thought energy into my plans and intentions, but we've got to be working on these goals. We've got to actively put energy and effort into manifesting what it is that we're trying to bring into our lives. So this new moon, is perfect because it is increased, because it's happening in Pisces, and Pisces is a very whimsical, dreamy, highly intuitive sign. All those qualities right now are being amplified. So many of us will be experiencing an up-leveling or an increase in our psychic abilities, strengthening our intuitions. We may start receiving a lot more messages divinely, hearing more whispers, having some gut checks. So don't discount those. Those are spiritual whispers letting you know which direction to head into, or if you need to course correct. But definitely harness the energy of the new moon. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Also, Mercury in retrograde starts on the 6th of March as well. I know many of us may be freaking out. Oh my God, it's a retrograde. It's Mercury retrograde, but that's okay. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, be careful with making big business plans. Careful with your travel." There tend to be lots of miscommunications or heated debates or arguments. But a lot of this will be tempered with the softer, watery, dreamlike energy of Pisces. So really, I mean, definitely take precaution. Don't stop living your life. You know, don't put your life on hold, or don't put those big decisions on hold, because again, life continues. You have to continue moving with life. But just be more mindful. You know, maybe take a moment to stop and really think about what that contract says, or what that deal entails. Or if you're making a big purchase, stop and think about it. You know, just don't be so quick to act, is basically what's happening. Also, with the coupled with the Pisces energy, the Mercury retrograde can have somewhat of a cleansing effect on us this time. Because it's happening in conjunction with a new moon, this will be a great time to kind of clear out and cleanse anything that's no longer serving us. So any bad habits, any old thought patterns, any limited thinking, a lot of that may be cleared out. So go with the flow, sit back, relax, flow with the retrograde. Don't worry about it too much, because the energy of Pisces will be helping you flow on your path. And remember, the end of the month is Aries season. So Aries will be joining us on the 21st of March, and that brings with us some exciting fire energy. So right now, hunker down, harness in on your plans and intentions, get very clear, so that way the Mercury retrograde isn't muddying up your communication between you and your spirit and higher spirit. Get clear with what it is you want to manifest, what it is that you're planning, what it is that you intend to bring into your life. State it clearly, think it clearly, meditate upon it, because right now is the time to start taking action on everything that we set for ourselves back in January, February. Now's the time to act, because Aries, the end of the month, is really going to take those intentions and really catapult them up for you. So there's going to be it's become a very active time period at the end of the month. So again, don't worry too much about, the retrograde. It's all good. And we also have a full moon coming in 2 weeks. So that will be a full moon in Libra, and we'll talk more about that then. But lots of good things are in store for you. All right, so for your energy report, like I said, I'm pulling from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and we've got some really interesting cards. I've already meditated upon them. I took the liberty of shuffling and setting everything out just to sort of save some time. So what we're getting first up is the Earth Keeper card. It came up reversed, and in the Shamanic Oracle deck, when anything comes up reversed, this is medicine. And what I love about medicine is that I actually kind of prefer it when they come up reversed, because the medicine messages, man, they're really impactful. They're timely, and these are some great nuggets of wisdom to help us harness ourselves into what it is that we're working on. So the Earth Keeper in this reading is talking to us about taking time to focus on our physical health. Being mindful of the types of foods that we are putting into our body. This is a lot of earth energy. And the Earth Keeper is talking about how all of us here upon Mother Earth are responsible for the health and well-being of the earth. But in addition, we do have a symbiotic relationship as human beings with Earth, as we are the caretakers. We also have to take care of ourselves. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're in turn not taking care of Earth properly. So really take a moment to look at your health, This is a great time to maybe start a physical regimen, maybe start a new workout program, or, look at your dietary habits and maybe, try changing up a few things for the better. So yeah, next up we have the Witness card. This is also coming up reverse. Let's bring it forward. It's a beautiful card. And what the Witness is telling us as medicine is for us to get still. There's a lot of frenzied energy right now in our environment. And, in our daily lives, we're so stressed out. We're so busy, with our schedules. We've got work, we've got kids, we've got family, we've got relationships, we've got activities. There's just a lot going on. But what's happening is that we let all that energy, collect in our mind, and we don't release it. We don't get still. So when we're trying to manifest, these goals and intentions that we set, we're doing it from a place of a cluttered mind. The Witness here appears to us because this is letting us know that it is a time for us to get still and quiet. It is a time for us to relax into the energy right now. Remember, this is Pisces season. This is a great time to go with the flow. It's a water sign, so go with the flow of water. Let the water have a cleansing effect over you. Clear out that energy, clear out that toxicity, release it into the universe, get it outside your body. That way you can become still, because when we become still is when we start hearing those whispers from the divine. When we become still, it's allowing ourselves to become into alignment with our true selves. If things are too loud in our minds, we will miss those messages, we will miss those opportunities. Another thing that the Witness card is saying is that when we become so still, our presence can positively impact those around us. If we become so still, sometimes we can become a mirror for that person in front of us, that friend who is struggling, that family member who's struggling, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, whomever it is. Your stillness allows them to see themselves in a more clearer light, in a more clearer way. This stillness for you will allow you to see whatever is going on in your life from a higher perspective, from a clearer perspective, and you will make better informed decisions, you'll make healthier decisions, and more than likely you'll make the most correct decision for you. And in doing so, these decisions will help benefit others, because what you do always has a ripple effect to those around you, and you'll be emitting calmer, clearer, cleaner energy, which also has a ripple effect and improves your environment. Third, we have Pachamama. Came up reversed as medicine. I'm going to go ahead and turn her upright. She's a beautiful card, and I just want everybody to admire her for a moment. So Pachamama in shamanism, she is basically Mother Earth. She is the goddess of Earth. Some people also refer to her as Gaia in other traditions. But she is coming here tonight to remind us that, this is the Garden of Eden that we are in. And in shamanism, the Garden of Eden is here now. We are living in it, and it is up to us to tend to that garden. Now, there are other traditions who state that the Garden of Eden happened a long time ago, and it began with two people and a serpent and an apple situation. Shamanism talks about, like I said, the garden being here, and it's up to us to be great caretakers of our garden. And it kind of goes hand in hand with what the Earth Keeper was telling us. Take care of ourselves, because we do have a symbiotic and cyclical relationship with Earth. For those of you who garden, you'll understand that whenever you have a plant, or if you see a plant that's not doing well, maybe their leaves are turning brown, maybe it's drying up, maybe it's not flowering as much, or it's not growing as tall or as full, whatever. But if you notice some deficiencies in your plant, you know, adding water to it may not be enough. You may actually have to change the environment around that particular plant in order to help it grow and thrive and become its best self. Well, that's very similar for us, you know, and I feel like tonight the shamanic oracle is talking to us about being better caretakers for ourselves, and in turn being better caretakers for the earth, because in doing so we will be changing our environment around us in order to allow us to thrive, to grow, to up level and become our best selves. And when we do that, we are positively impacting those around us and doing so for the highest good of all humanity. It only takes one. And remember, every good deed that we do has a ripple effect, and so does our up-leveling energy. As we up-level ourselves and vibe up, that energy goes out into the universe, goes out into our, you know, to our environment, and you'll be surprised at the positive rewards that you should be seeing. So just stay in alignment and use the time right now, the new moon energy, the Pisces energy, to really get serious about tending your garden and taking care of your environment. Crowning over tonight's reading was the jaguar. She's an amazing creature. And in shamanism, the jaguar represents, she looks fear in the eye and she says, I'm not afraid of you. She's able to work in the dark and work in the shadows and say, doesn't scare me. So what the jaguar is coming in tonight to tell us is, look, a lot of us are facing a lot of challenges and obstacles, and we may not know what the future holds in store for us, but the jaguar comes to us because she's actually bringing us a glimpse or a message from our future to help us navigate through the darkness. She's here to protect us, and she's here to give us that courage that we need. And every single one of us have a piece of jaguar energy within us. So she's telling us to tap into our jaguar spirits and to go fearlessly into our new life. Remember, we have that new moon on Tuesday. New moons signify new beginnings. So harness your inner jaguar spirit, harness her energy, and ask her for assistance to help you get through some of these challenging times, you know. It's a good thing. Yeah, I like jaguars. She's phenomenal. So next, what I have for you is I pulled 3 cards from the Untamed Truth cards. These are oracle cards, and kind of it's interesting because piggybacking off of the jaguar card, the first card that came up was unknown. If you can see that. All right. So what I'm seeing with this card is we see a dark void. That can be scary. But what I'm seeing here is that the unknown, the darkness, is where we need to travel through in order to reach the next step for us, the next level. If you notice, there's a lot of circular energy here. And sometimes this can be interpreted as a cycle. But I'm not seeing it as a cycle. I'm actually seeing it as a spiral that is actually moving forward, has forward momentum. Energy in the universe has a cyclical, circular motion. So when we're using the spiral to move forward, we're doing so in a cyclical, circular fashion. Can be scary sometimes. We are now starting a new cycle. We are now entering our new paths, new journeys, and many of us are going to be manifesting our new lives. So a lot of newness. That's okay that it's dark. What also came up, I'm going to put this one down for a minute. Now, these cards are a little untraditional, but I'm sure you'll like them. So the next card that came up was the Effort card. Came up in reverse, and also fear. So I'm showing you these side by side because it'll make a little bit more sense with what I would like to share with you. So the way I'm seeing the Effet sign, the Effet card, for those of us who are stuck in our fear of the unknown, fear of the darkness, fear of our doing our shadow work that's necessary to up level, we may be sitting back and saying, you know what, F it. It's too hard, it's too scary. You know what, life isn't so bad where I'm at right now, and I'm just going to stay right here. Well, if you choose to stay right here in your current energy, in your current place right now, that's fine, but just know that you're going to be repeating a cycle that's trying to end. And you're going to go through another set of karmic lessons that's in order to teach you that it's time for you to up level, it's time for you to grow, it's time for you to move forward. So I'd like to invite you all to change this Effet reverse into an Effet positive, because what this then is telling me is that you're saying Effet to these fears of limited thinking. So let your fear harness you. Don't be afraid of that limited thinking. Don't be afraid to change your life, to change those bad habits. Let go of that codependency. Let go of attachment. Many of us are dealing with, attachments to relationships, to bad habits, to career decisions or positions that are no longer serving us. And I get it, we're used to that. That's what we know. And when we're making these big decisions, it's scary. It's very scary. But don't let fear prevent you from moving forward into your new life, into your new path. Remember, we've got the Jaguar on our side. Let her guide you. Tap into your inner Jaguar and really go after the life that you want. So I really like these cards, the Untamed Truth cards. They're really something, and it is a unique way to read the oracle. It's a unique way to share, the message from the higher spirit with all of you. So I'm hoping that you like that. And I found that these cards, specifically the unknown, was so timely. We've got this new moon on Tuesday, new cycles. New moons are dark. It's the darkest night of the month, because the moon is hidden, and I love it. But let go of the past. Let go of those bad habits. I mean, really, say F it. Go after your life. Go after the life that you want. Let go of attachment. Let go of codependency. Let go of addictions. Start that new fitness regimen. Go after that relationship. Go after that promotion. Go after that career opportunity. Now's the time to do it. It's definitely coming up in these cards. It's the unknown. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Embrace the dark, because out of dark comes light, and you'll be happy that you did it. Okay, so next what I would like to do is I'd like to use these are the Pure Love cards. It's a beautiful, real pretty little deck that I just received as well from Free Spirit. I will be putting the contact information below for you to check out. But it's a very simple little deck, and each card is a clear crystalline heart with a beautiful message of love. So what I intend to do right now is to if I can shuffle these cards. Sorry. They are just flying out everywhere. But I'd like to do like a quick little energy report for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and see what we get. Okay, so first card will be for the divine feminine. Your message is, I wish you were with me. So this is what your masculines, this is what the feminine would like to communicate to her masculine. I wish you were with me. Maybe for those of you who are in separation, this is the energy that you'd like to communicate to your masculine. Maybe those of you who are in union with your masculine, maybe there's some sort of disconnect or disharmony going on in your relationship. Or maybe You're in physical separation because someone's traveling or whatever and you're missing your person. But I wish you were with me. Wow, that's really special. And for the masculine, I feel you are moving farther away. Wow, okay. So this is what the masculine is communicating to his feminine. And one thing I'd like to point out, and this is something I saw in the YouTube video from the creator of these beautiful cards, she shared a cute little story that talked about how she worked with the printer over several iterations to try and get the message to be centered. But if you notice, it is slightly off-center, and it gives the notion that the person really is moving away and that the message is moving away. So, wow, I wish you were with me, and I feel you are moving farther away. Look, guys, you know, there's a lot going on here. We're ending old cycles and old habits. So now's the time to maybe clear our blocks, clear our energy fields, and really strengthen, you know, that loving bond with our twin flames. Those of you who are in union. Those of you who are not in union, continue to send love and light and healing vibes towards your twin. You know, if you keep yourself open, if you keep yourself in alignment and you're going with the flow, whatever's going on, you know, if you keep yourself open and you're not trying to control the situation, that's how you're going to manifest them back into your lives, is stay in alignment, trust the process. We are in a new cycle. A new cycle is beginning. You know, harness the energy of the new moon on Tuesday. You know, ride the waves of the Piscean energy. It's highly intuitive. It's loving. It's spiritual. So this is a time for you to really get centered, get still. Get still with yourselves to clear yourselves. And one thing I like to point out with love is that we have to be careful with codependency, because codependency has a tendency to mimic the characteristics of love. Remember, if it's pure love, then you're okay with separation. Codependency has an anxious type characteristic with it. It's an attachment. You know, you can't let that person go. You can't let go of that situation, regardless of how painful it is for you or how painful it is for your twin. If there's a lot of bickering and back and forth and, you know, separations and reunions, and, you know, there's just a lot of drama, that may be codependency. And maybe the separation that you're in right now, consider it a gift. Take this time to really cleanse your thoughts. Get still. Think about what's really going on with your relationship between yourself and with your twin. And you know, you've got to be able to love yourself first in order to love someone else. If you don't love yourself, how can you expect to give that true, pure love to someone else? It doesn't work. So really, take the time to get still. Go deep, go dark, go into that unknown, identify those core wounds, because I guarantee you, once you identify that core wound and you figure out a way on how to fix it or create steps to make improvements on that wound, this connection between you and your twin will certainly improve and amplify, and you will be able to manifest the type of relationship that you are seeking for yourself. That's good for you and that's good for your twin. Okay? So before I go, I want to pull a card real quick from Nature's Whispers. These are beautiful cards, gorgeously produced. The artwork is just, it's, oh my gosh, it's everything. But I really do enjoy these cards. Oops, this one flew out. Excuse me. This one flew out and fell on the ground. If you take a closer look, pause. I love this because I love the cool colors of the blue and the green. So this is taken, to me, these represents the colors of the heart chakra and our throat chakra. And, you know, with Mercury going into retrograde, we have to be very careful about our communications and our feelings. You know, we need to be careful about how we are using our words to communicate. We have to be very careful in how we are having our interactions with the higher spirit, and what we're asking the divine to bring into our lives. So get quiet, pause, get still, and clear our thoughts. Because once we do that, when we get still, when we open our heart, again, the green is the heart chakra representation, and when we unblock any blockages from our throat chakra, which is represented by the blue, then we'll be able to have clear communication with friends, co-workers, or twins, those of us who are experiencing disunion, disharmony. You got to clear that. So take a moment to pause, relax, go with the flow. And I really do think that you will see improvements in the immediate future. And, you know, these will have long-lasting benefits, you know, from this year forward and beyond. So anyway, that's all I have for you. This is your energy reading for the first week of March, 1 through 7 March. Thank you for allowing me to come into your daily lives and give you some uplifting information from the Greater Spirit. I hope you found this useful, and I'll be back next week with the energy report for the second week of March. Thank you. Bye-bye.